on the pit counter. But here's the man that really, I think, a lot of focus of attention this weekend is on. Ayrton Senna, the man who didn't know, and I spoke to him in this lunch break. He said, I didn't know on Thursday morning I was going to be here, and Friday morning. It was only late in the morning that I was given indication that things were now suitably in place for me to come to Imola. And I said, Ayrton, you shouldn't be doing things like this. He said, listen, John, I didn't know on Thursday morning when I woke up. I thought I was going to be watching the race on television. And I find that incredible to believe that the situation is such that the McLaren team and Ayrton Senna didn't know who their driver would be in that number 8 McLaren as late as Thursday morning.
Not only them, John, it's very unfair for organisers as well, who can never promote the fact that Ayrton Senna, perhaps the greatest Grand Prix driver of the moment, is not going to be at their race or not.
Well, let me just correct you and say he is the greatest Grand Prix driver at the minute. But I agree that there's so many factors involved in this. Apart from those factors revolving around Senna, the McLaren team, and Ford, the engine suppliers. And really, it is now the issue surrounding Ford as to can they bring forward the time when McLaren will have parity in engine use with the Benetton team. Remember, Benetton are the official Ford team. They've got exclusive use of the 7 Series engines. McLaren and Senna are trying to alter that situation. Ford, I'm sure, are acutely aware that McLaren and Ayrton Senna are leading the Drivers' Championship, and I'm quite sure that they're aware that they can't allow that opportunity to not be capitalized upon. And I hope that by this weekend's conclusion that there will be something concrete and positive to announce in that respect.
We just saw Ayrton Senna there passing Johnny Herbert on his first out lap that we still haven't seen on the track this afternoon. Damon Hill, Alain Prost, we haven't seen Riccardo Patrese. In fact, Patrese has just got out of the pit, so they have got that car repaired. We weren't sure whether it was going to be rebuildable or not.
And Ayrton Senna is in the not the tower, well, he's in the barriers. And that is the third mistake this weekend we've seen from Ayrton Senna. And I have to say, I want to watch that in replay. I suspect, again, going over the curbs on the exit of Acqua Minerale, the car got too much out of shape, it broke away, it spun across the road, and there we see it, right live on Eurosport, Ayrton Senna climbing out of his MP48 McLaren, and yet again, what can I say? Well, let's watch it now. Senna exiting Acqua Minerale, the car over the curb, too much. The left rear wheel, first of all, the underbody lifts the car up. The left rear wheel drops onto the grass. The car goes out of control. This is exactly what we saw yesterday, right below our commentary position. And I have to say, I'm no one more surprised than me. An error from Ayrton Senna. And again, this whole weekend has been wrong-footed from the very beginning, from that phone call that he did receive in the morning in Brazil on Thursday. And here we have now an in-car view of that situation. This is the chicane now, going into Acqua Minerale. Let's watch his hands changing gear, or pushing a button on the steering wheel. The car gets away from him, bang, and there you see.
This all, of course, John, means that Michael Schumacher at the moment, whatever happens, is going to stay ahead of Ayrton Senna. Whether Schumacher can keep his third place, that remains to be seen. Picking up bits of Senna's car there, he looks so unhappy.
Well, his body language, I think, summarizes it for us all. He is absolutely unbelieving in what has taken place. And, well, I have to think that all the pressure that he has been under, and I must say the team has been under an equal amount of pressure, is a contribution, a significant contribution to those 3 separate incidents Ayrton Senna has been involved in over this weekend in San Marino.
One can only wonder what Michael Andretti's thinking, because he's been under a lot of pressure, John. Michael Andretti, seeing his teammate having not 1, not 2, but 3 offs this weekend, must feel it's a little bit lifted.
Well, Michael Andretti sitting in his car, but we've got Derek Daly sitting alongside us, and he knows Michael Andretti very well from racing in the States. And Derek, how do you envisage Michael Andretti's feeling is about